Hiya, fam. Welcome back. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'm Joe.
I'm Dan.
We're back with another reaction. It's another pitch meeting, and I think you know which way we're going. Which way is that?
This is The Last Jedi.
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
We have to finish this out, and this is the next turd in our way here. So
Yeah,
got to do it. But this is why pitch meetings exist.
for this kind of content, exactly.
Yes. Let's go enjoy it. Cheers to you, fam.
Okay, so we have a lot of great stuff set up from The Force Awakens that we have to pay off in this movie, so let's start with Snoke. What do you have planned for Snoke? Sure, well, you know how he was this dark, ominous hologram figure? Yeah. Well, in Episode 8, we're gonna see him in person, and he's gonna be more of like a disfigured old playboy.
Oh,
He
God.
has like a
Playboy.
really flashy gold robe on. It looks like what they probably give you if you rent a suite at a
think he
Trump
meant Hugh
hotel.
Hefner.
Interesting. Yeah, so overall, he looks like if Hugh Hefner fell face first down an elevator shaft, and then they did their best. And so do we
can
find
see
out
that,
more
actually.
about him as a character? Oh yeah, definitely. So you know how in the first movie it was like, who is this guy? What's his deal? Yeah. Well, in this movie we confirm that he's like an evil guy. Oh, okay.
Well
Saving him
done.
for a bigger role in Episode 9. No, he dies. He does. Yeah, Kylo Ren cuts him in half. Wow, do you think the fans are going to be disappointed, or what do you mean? Well, I mean, we kind of baited fans for 2 years with questions like, who's Snoke? And now he's dead. Right, that's what makes it so surprising. Oh, true. I didn't think of it that way. Plus, it gives more weight to the reveal of Rey's parents. Oh, yeah, about that. They are nobody. Oh, really? Yeah, Kylo Ren says he saw it in a vision, so they're dead. They're nobody.
Good.
Is he telling the
We can move
truth? Yeah,
past
I don't
this.
know. We're just gonna kind of gloss over it. Okay, so what about the other big cliffhanger? What's that? Well, at the end, Rey is handing Luke his lightsaber back. It's like a huge moment. Oh yeah, well he just tosses it over his shoulder like garbage. Oh, yeah, and then he squeezes some boobs and goes fishing.
What?
Whose boobs? Just this big alien sea cow with 4 boobs. A big alien sea cow with 4 boobs.
Yes.
And then the alien sea cow with 4 boobs looks at Rey like, you seen this? So we're really taking all the stuff that The Force Awakens
It
set
is kind
up
of a
and
gross
just
scene.
Yes,
throwing
it
it out
is.
the window. Pretty much, yeah. But here's the thing. I don't think JJ actually had answers to those questions. What makes you say that? Well, I mean, you've seen Lost. True, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, so I figure let's just kind of wipe the slate clean. Fair enough, let the past die. Kill it if you have
Honestly,
to.
that's probably the way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Can I add that in? Sure, thanks. And oh, actually, there is one big question we are gonna answer in here. What's that? How does Kylo Ren look without a shirt on? Was that a big question? Don't tell me you've never
bet
wondered.
for some people.
No, I don't think I have. Well, the answer is surprisingly good. Well, okay. Yeah, dude works out.
All
So
right,
what else
fine,
happens in the
whatever.
movie? Oh, well, there's a really powerful scene where Kylo Ren, with his shirt on, is gonna kill his mom, Leia, like he killed his father. Exactly, but at the last second, he stops himself. Wow. But then it's too late. Leia's command post is hit by another ship from the First Order. Incredible. Yeah, and we see her body floating through space, and it's a really beautiful end for the character, because you should have her fly back. What? Leia, have her fly
Why?
back like Mary Poppins. But how?
Just let
You
her
know
die
Mary
in peace.
Poppins? Yeah, I know Mary Poppins. Have her fly back like Mary Poppins. But how? She uses the Force? I don't know. Okay. I mean, I don't really have plans for her for the rest of the movie, but she could be in a coma. It's cool. Yeah, no, sure. I'll have her fly back like Mary Poppins. Awesome,
Really?
thanks. I really like Mary Poppins. You're welcome. So I'm still not getting exactly what this movie is about. Okay, well basically imagine a car chase. Yeah, sounds exciting. Now imagine that chase was happening in space and really slowly. Right? So basically that's it. The First Order is waiting for the Resistance to run out of fuel so they can blow them up. That doesn't sound super thrilling. It's not. And also the Resistance can't go light speed because the First Order can track them now. So they just kind of float around for the whole movie. So then Finn and this new character Rose go on a super long side quest that doesn't work. It doesn't work at all? Not even a little.
Not
They
as
go to this
intended, no.
casino city and they see like slave children and slave animals. Oh, that's awful. Yeah, and they manage to free the animals, so they're like, you know what? No matter what happens, this was worth it. Not the slave children? No, they're still slaves. But what's the deal with this Rose character? Why is she
nobody
in
wants-
this?
cares
Well,
about
she's
the
there
kids.
so Finn can have someone to say funny things to. Right, makes sense. Also at the end of the movie, Finn is gonna make this amazing self-sacrifice and save the day, and she swoops in and stops him. Why? Because she wanted a little kiss. Oh, that's cute, I guess. Yeah, and
Sure.
it really comes out of nowhere because there was no romantic chemistry there whatsoever. And she stops him from saving the day. Doesn't that put everybody's lives in danger?
Yes.
It does. I mean, Luke shows up and saves the day, but She didn't know that was gonna happen. And what about some of the other characters? What about BB-8? Well, BB-8 is now a superhero. Really? Yeah, he's basically the best fighter in the movie. Wow. What about
Pretty much.
Captain Phasma? Oh, well, I thought she was really underused in the first movie. Agreed. So I did that again. Oh, yeah, and also she dies. Wow. But we do find out her armor is like really strong, like blaster proof. How come only she has that armor and not all the stormtroopers? I don't know. And Rey? Yeah, she gets a lot stronger in this movie with little to no training or struggle. It's like the classic hero's journey, but you cut out all the middle stuff. Exactly. What else happens? We have R2-D2 and C-3PO. They both show up and they're like, hey, we're in this. Fan service. And also, there's a purple-haired vice admiral that keeps secrets for no reason. And Kylo Ren and Rey slide into each other's Force DMs. Okay, now let's talk merchandise. Okay, you mentioned BB-8, but I feel like we need something new to sell toys. Yeah, makes sense. I know it's gonna be tough to come up with something that people just blindly throw money at. Actually, super easy, barely an inconvenience. Really? Yeah, just what are two creatures that people find cute? I don't know, seals and penguins. Perfect. I'll mix those two together and put a bunch of them on Luke's island. Are you gonna incorporate them into the plot somehow? No. Okay, this is fun. What else can we come up with? Okay, what are some amazing gifts you'd surprise your wife with? I don't know, maybe a puppy or some jewelry. Okay, so how about...
No.
Yeah, I don't think that ever caught on.
No, I don't think it did. So that's about what I expected. No answers, no originality, no character development, and they pointed it all out, and looking for marketing opportunities.
I have to agree with him, though, about just kind of undoing everything Abrams did, because Abrams did nothing to build a plot off of.
Well, they didn't do it here either, so...
Yeah, I mean, all things considered, out of the sequel movies, this is probably my favorite, but at the same time, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's good. A large part of that is because Abrams really just set them up poorly. They had nothing to build off of going into another movie. And granted, you know, Rian Johnson did some things in here that were bad, like the whole point on Canto Bight, you know, where they go and they free the animals, but they don't do anything about the kids. A whole completely wasted scene. Captain Phasma not being used at all, totally wasted character. All of that is totally on Rian Johnson's shoulders. But he's just sitting here trying to build off of essentially nothing. That's what happens when you have no plan going into a movie. Yeah,
and they still had many underutilized characters, and like characters that it's like, okay, well, we got somewhere, but then we decided not to go there after all.
Right, because like Rose probably could have been a bigger character too, but then they never did anything with her in the next movie. I like the idea of Rey being a nobody whose parents were inconsequential to the overall storyline. I know some people were probably mad that she didn't end up being like Luke's daughter or something, but I was actually okay with that turn of events.
Maybe. And then, of course, that's going to be an issue in the next movie, too. So
yes.
So they keep setting themselves up for failure, and that kind of drives me nuts. Ultimately becomes about is selling something else for you, physical for you to have, like the little porg or whatever it is.
Right.
That's all they care about.
Yeah, they really just kind of wasted that franchise.
They had so much potential here, and they decided to go down this road. But I mean, for this movie, comparing it to a really slow car chase scene was actually spot on.
No, that's totally accurate.
Yeah, and they didn't have any answers as to how to get out, so they just kept watching their ships die one by one.
Pretty much. There's a lot of issues with this film. There's some good ideas that probably could have worked out in a much better film, but there was just too little to actually make this film worthwhile.
Yep, done by better people with better writers too. So.
Honestly, if you had a grand plan and you were able to actually build off of something, I think it could have worked out fine. But Abrams really giving you nothing to work with, plus the fact that there was no overarching story at all to begin with, yeah, you're not going to make a good movie.
Yeah, and that's exactly why I'm drawing a blank for you here, fan, because we got nothing to work with, so.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. If you've seen the movie, you know how bad it is.
Pretty much.
And like I said, there are elements in this movie that I thought were pretty cool, but again, cool stuff in a bad movie is still a bad movie.
Exactly. You can polish a turd, but in the end, it's still a piece of shite.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Well, all right, fam. I think that does it for us. As always, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bells, and like and subscribe again. And while you're at it, leave us a piece of your mind in the comment section, guys. And look at us on those things up there, too, while you're at it. But until next time, this is Cocktail Flicks. I'm Joe.
I'm Dan.
We'll catch you on the flip side. Cheers to you, fam. Cheers to you, Dan.
Cheers to you, Joe.
May the force be with you. Or the farce. Whatever. Enjoy it. Bye.